Right, attached to the carousel, PTC6, is a museum. So pay the little bit extra money and come in the museum. Right, the locals made a model there. This is a genuine car off it. Although remember, it's fully working. Everything works in it. The organ, you can watch an audio-visual presentation on the organ. And remember, it's the only menagerie one operating in the world. It's one of 150. And these are gentlemen that hand painted every single animal on it. It's the city fathers that bought it from the fairground or the amusement park in Denver, and for their foresight they got sacked. That's the way it goes, unfortunately. People thought it was a waste of money. Now this is what you can see in here, is how you're lucky that it's still survived. The complete story about it, how they fixed things up, the original leather. But I suggest you go to the site and you do some research for yourself. Stories at the restoration. In fact, everything was grey on it at one stage. Paintwork was still there, but it was underneath it. This is where you can see it's starting to come to colour. But this is how knocked around it was at one stage. So everything was touched up, hand painted, and that's the artist palette there. And this is what it looked like, grey. There'd actually been wheat, as you heard, stored on top of it, hay, back to exactly the same scene. There's puppy dog. For generations now, this is a little bit in how the animals were made. It's not the original animals there. They've managed to find some around the world. A first cousin to the ones here, 1902 model camel. And this here is amazing. It's the actual notes of how to make the particular animals. And how do they make them? Out of wood and carve them. You can see there inside how they start a square and work it around so they can then carve it. And this is the donkey. That's where the tail goes. And you can see the front part here, they've got carved, and the actual leg there. So that's magnificent, what you can see there. Restoration project where you could adopt an animal for $1,000, or miniature replicas for $160. It's just amazing, the museum here, and certainly worth the $1 admission. I said that things were stolen from it. They tried to take the large animals. Fortunately they didn't, and they found them. They brought them back and gave them freedom at the city. And you can see a parade here where they actually took them downtown, and they were the animals I showed you, and what the locals thought about it. Hooray, the animals are home. So some villains took them, and they got them back. Here's another carving of how they make a horse. Now remember, this is not a carousel that goes up and down. This is a stationary 3-row one. Even National Geographic and places talked about it. It's not the artefacts and things that people have made about it to commemorate it. These people here actually owned it at one stage, and they gave it back in 1983. So the things that need to be done on the replica one, so they gave the replica to the county. Colorado's other carousels Cheyenne Mountain Zoo, Ehrlich Gardens, and Ehrlich Gardens, we'll mention that because that's where this one came from. They've got number 51. So the lady sold this one to Kit Carson County. It's one at Manhattan Beach, Lakeside, because she got a new one that went up and down at Ehrlich Gardens, Dakota. Now this magnificent horse here is called Dakota. You don't climb on Dakota. And there's Sharon Sabre, from which Dakota was taken. Casper. All these horses are based on true stories. More at the things that are done here with the carousels, inside the organ, how the carousel works, the mechanism, the clutch on it. But like I said, don't just watch this, come and actually do it. Randolph Wurlitzer. Now, we'll see. This is how it works. So the bellows pumping away there. Yeah. We'll just see what happens. No, maybe not. Okay, Wurlitzer, organ, the Wurlitzer factory, Randolph Wurlitzer, band organs known throughout the world. And it's a band organ, so it has all the other things that you found around dance halls, outdoor locations like carousels, other amusement rides, fairgrounds, automatically plays band music on organ pipes that sound like band and orchestra instruments. Range from very small to very large. Rides and tours 25 cents, and guess what? If you come back, as we did in 2024, it's 25 cents. And there's the store at the Philadelphia company, and attached to it is a very nice gift shop, and you can buy those mugs that you saw there. Small models are made. You can buy a cap, visor, opening day posters for summer 2024, or vintage posters, 11 AM to 6 PM Memorial Day, this was not long ago, magnets here. You can buy your own 25-cent token if you want to, that we used on ours. All little carousel animals, the lovely postcards here, all available at the shop. There's a cookbook normally, lapel badges, and photos at the restoration and what it is. And of course they have the t-shirts that have 2024 on them, I believe, yes, for $20, and next year I'll have 2025 on it. So there's t-shirts there showing where it is, National Historic Landmark, Burlington, Colorado, United States of America. There's puppy dog that we talked about, you have the horses, and it's all the money goes towards keeping the carousel in operation so that you can enjoy it for your 25 cents, the price that it originally was. Or if you really want to buy something nice, these beautiful miniatures here, $180. So whatever it is, whether you've got $1 to spend or even 25 cents to spend. And of course, if you have the opportunity, there's a whole book here on the history of it. And that's where we read a lot of information about it. But more importantly, look it up for yourself. Kit Carson County Carousel, and leave some comments and subscribe to my channel.